All right, guys, here we go. Jesus is going to win the leg. He's going to have his chance to strike first. Oh, first break. It's a good shot there. Good speed. Hits that pretty firm as well. Pretty strong. Misses the 6 ball just enough to be able to come across table for the 5 here. From here on out, looks like the hard work is already done now. David, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. It's hard for us to keep tabs on anything that's not involved on the TV table while we're running this stuff. That was a good out there by Kevin. He's going to strike first. And it's going to be his break. Nice controlled break there. Gets one ball to go in the side pocket. Got eyes on the one ball to go directly into the side that leads directly to the 2, which is great. I do believe the 3 passes the 5 ball here. Yep, looks like it does. And you got the 3, 4, 5 all close together there. 6 ball will be up table, so from the 5 to the 6. And with where that 3 ball's laying, if you wanted to, you might even go shoot the 3 on the side. We'll see what type of angle. Yeah, he's sit up pretty nice to... Yep, you see right where he's cueing from right now. It's just double checking to see where he wants to be at to get from the 3 to the 4 here. Ricky, I appreciate it. You're absolutely welcome. If you guys are enjoying the stream, if you want to kick us a few bucks, you absolutely can. There's a donation link directly in the description. It's also pinned on the comments. We do everything we can to keep the live streams free for you guys. It's all thanks to our sponsors that we're able to do that. And any donations you guys throw our way, no amount is too small. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Glad you like it, Ricky. So he comes up just a little bit short on this 4 ball here. You should still be able to make this work. See what type of touch he's able to put on this. See if he's going to try to hold this. He's cueing it with some inside. I'm going to try to kill this cue ball off the rail here. It's a pretty decent cut to be loading up with inside.
Wrong one.
I was like, what happened?
Yeah.
That was a good shot there.
It's hard to tell Nicole, Danny, and they're playing way far down on the other end here.
This is a good shot here. Oh, my good friend Columbus just joined in. What's going on, brother? Welcome to the broadcast.
So Kevin obviously playing very well.
Yeah, we were talking about the comeback he had on Wilkie at the beginning of this.
Yeah, I mean, down 6-3, comes back and beats Wilkie on the hill.
That's pretty strong.
And I've seen it happen many times with Kevin West. A lot of people locally here, they know who he is. But when people come in, they don't know. And he plays very, very well. He came in 9th, 12th out at Turning Stone, and that was a stellar field. And just like that, he leads 2-0 against young Jesus Atencio. So I think Jesus knows now what he's in for, so we'll see if he can turn up the heat here. Let's see if he can nail down the break here.
That cue ball squat is perfect.
Now look at this. Whoa.
Players, please remember, everybody is in the money. Stop at the tournament desk to collect your prize money. Thank you.
Don't have to remind me to collect some prize money.
I know, right? You don't want that going to the house.
So we're kind of sitting over here back behind where the corner that one and the three are pointing towards. This combo it's off by inch and a half. I see him making this.
Very smart shot there by Jesus. Follows up the cue ball to make sure that he gets down because the one was going to roll out. So now he's got to get from the 1 to the 4. And ideally, if he was more straight on the 1, he could probably just roll back for the 4. But, I mean, it looks like he's got a little bit of an angle, so he's going to have to – that's what he was just looking at on the other side. He's probably –
I think he's got enough angle where he could just barely have to. There you go. Yep.
yeah. He just slides over, but he wanted to be, like –
Straight.
Yeah.
That 4 is hanging out in front of the side pocket.
Because now it's tough with a little bit of an angle with the pocket being there. So, like, that's what he's looking at.
Is
Like,
he going to have to draw into the point?
Yeah, that's what he's looking at now. Like, can I draw back into the point?
Yeah, that's what he's going for.
So this will probably be like a slow draw. And he just misses it, but look what happens.
I was going to say, it sounded like a miscue. You see him check the tip of his cue there.
Yeah, because he was hitting, the reason why he miscued, because he had to hit very low on the cue ball so that it doesn't slide at all. He wanted to come straight back into the point, and he just miscues, but he lucks out here with the roll and snookers Kevin right behind the 9 ball. So Kevin's either got a tough 1 rail kick into the 4, or he can go 2 rails and, hope for a save, but he's going to attack and go 1 rail at it. And it went in the pocket and came back out.
That was a great attempt.
Steve Fleming on the stream. Thanks for joining us. Another great local player here. Hit that share button, guys. We're getting down here to the finals. Chua already in position to be playing for the hot seat. The winner of this match will face him for the chance to be on the hot seat. True double elimination. They'll have to be
Good shot.
beat twice, yeah. But he doesn't really hold it. The 5. I mean, the cue for the 5 ball. So he's going to look here to try to cut the 5 in the side. And he's going to have to come down for the 6 ball here. Oh, and he hits it wide. Did he get lucky again? No, I don't think so. A little bit of a tough shot here. I mean, he can see it. But he's shooting over the 6 ball. And then, ideally, he'd like to come up above the 6, like between the 6 and the 9. But it may be difficult to do that. So, his best case scenario might even be to bump the 6. The only option is to go all the way around. This would be hit it real inside and come all the way up for the top rail. But it's such a tough shot, too.
I think that's what yeah.
Yeah.
He hit right where he needed to on the rail, too.
And look at this. Yeah, he would have been able to play it from there, too.
Well, the players have evened out with the rolls.
But, I mean, difficult shot there for Kevin West because he's jacked up over the 6, shooting high into the cue ball with inside spin. And then has to get the cue ball to travel the distance and get the leave on the 6. So, definitely wasn't a gimme there. So now Jesus is going to be, looks like he's going to be kicking at the 5 here. So you might have a little window here, it looks like, between the 7 and 10.
The scratch is in play if he's coming behind it.
And this is a kick safe here. Good. I mean, it was a good effort, but he ideally was trying to leave the 5 directly on the rail. That's why he kicked it at the speed that he did. You know, trying to leave the cue ball down here, but now that it's popped off the rail, he's actually going to give Kevin a shot here if he wants to attack this. He could cut the 5 into the corner pocket, come 2 rails, almost 3, back under the 6, and you can see him looking like, hey, this is where the cue ball is going to travel. This is a big game here for Kevin. If he can somehow get out of here, he would go up 3-0 on Jesus, which nobody, I think, in the tournament has come close like that. I think Jesus has been pretty much leading every match he's played. Oh, and he just missed it. But look.
He's going to come out unscathed.
Yeah, so, I mean, almost like a two-way shot there. It looks like from here, Jesus can see a little piece of it, but he's got the pocket there, so really nothing easy. You can almost see like 3/4, maybe see the whole ball.
What do you like here?
I'd like not to be in this position. I mean, you can tell, like, the thing is he's on the rail down there, so, you know, in order to maybe get it to stick, he's got to jack up on. You see how he's jacked up now.
Kiss off the 10 and roll out inside the 9. Look at that.
I mean, that worked out great. It was a great shot by Jesus. I mean, either way, if he gets the 5 behind the 9, I mean, the 10, still a good shot. And it's the 5 ball is far enough off the rail that if he kicks at it to the right here, it's really difficult. You can see here because of the 10 ball, so he can't go right at it. He'd have to go 2 rails. So that's why he's looking at the other angle. If he kicks off here off the left-hand rail, you know, he's got a possibility to make it, but I think he's going to just try to play safe here. Yeah. That didn't work out for him.
All right. This is must do here. Get yourself back in this match.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little straight here, but I think what he can do is just he can hit this with a little bit of low.
And just kind of like drag to the
like he put
short
a little
rail
low
around.
outside English on this and come to the, it almost slide the cue ball into the, see how he slid the cue ball into the 5?
Yeah.
To slow down the pace of the cue ball. So that was a great shot there, and really in good position here because he can just stop this and come off the rail. That's perfect. Great shot there by Jesus to come up top on the 9 ball. Now nothing to do but to roll it down. And just a leaked out ball there by Kevin on the kick. And Jesus finally gets on the board. Kevin still leading this match 2-1.
You think Kevin was trying to make that 5 ball, or it was just...
You know, the thing is, if he kicks it correctly, I mean, if he hit it full, then he could have literally kicked the 5 and went off the bottom rail and let it come up table more, and then he probably would have had a safe there. But he almost hit it perfect to cut it in. And that's just what happened. I mean, he hit it thinner than he would like to, and the cue ball came up table. And, of course, it leaked out there and let Jesus back at the table. Yeah, Dave, I agree. He actually is. He spent some time with the Filipino players. A couple of the guys from Roy's basement, including Aranis. So he definitely has a similar style. Plays like the Filipinos. Very confident player as well. Kevin makes a ball in the break.
Good shot there.
Yeah, very good shot. Jacked up over the 6, draws back for the 2 ball. And really, this rack looks good for Kevin. Everything's pretty much out in the open. He's over top the 6 ball, but he really doesn't have to do much here. He's just going to hit high on the cue ball, cut the 2 in, come off the rail. Doesn't really have to come down too far. Leaves himself an angle here on the 3. And actually, he don't have to do much here either. He can just kind of slide this into it, and so he can play the 4. Oh, and he bumps it. And that was like a very favorable roll.
Yes, that could have went catastrophic.
Because, he could have just kind of slid it and stopped it there, play the 4 on the side, but he bumps it out, and now he's got a shot at the 4 in the corner.
And the only downside here is it changes the rest of the position on the 5 to the 6, because now he's on the inside of this 4 ball.
And actually, it'll play better for him too, because he'll just bring this down to play the 5 in the side.
Overrolls just a little bit.
Yeah. But if he can see the whole ball here, he'll just play the 5 up in the corner. And if not, he'll just draw it back off the rail and play the 5 in the side. Oh, no. And it's, literally it's a matter of inches here, because just like you said, he'd overrolled it a little bit. If he gets straight on the 5, I mean, all he's got to do is play the 5 in the side and roll up, and leave himself an angle on the 6 to get back to the 7. And instead, he's long on it, so he's got to really kind of hit it hard and withdraw to come off the rail for the 6 like he did. And he just misses the side pocket.
I haven't seen Kevin play a lot of matches in person, but it seemed like whenever he stroked on that 5 ball, it was a little bit rushed compared to the rest of his shots.
Well, and that's the thing. Like when you play these guys that play fast, like Chua, it tends to get your rhythm thrown off a little bit. And I played Kevin. I had the unfortunate draw of having to play Kevin my first round, and even though we played close there in the middle, he's like me. I mean, he plays methodical, a little bit slower, and you can see his pace getting, starting to speed up a little bit here. So Kevin's just got to relax. He's very patient by nature, so he's just got to relax and just shoot his game.
It kind of seemed like he was still thinking about missing the position, and, bumping that 4 ball. Like that was still what was on his mind when he shot the 5. It was still affecting him at least. Jesus able to come back and tie it up after being down 2-0.
Yeah, and it doesn't surprise me here. Jesus is, for being young, he is very composed. So there's not too much that's really going to get to him. In order to beat him, you've got to come out firing. Like the style of play that Chua's playing right now. Chua's playing very fast, very loose, and that's the way you're going to beat this kid. But right now, Kevin's got to be composed. He can't worry about jumping out to a 2-0 lead here. And now he's tied up in it, and really he's in a dogfight now. He's just got to make sure that he takes care of his break and then capitalizes on mistakes like this. So Jesus gets kicked to the side. So Kevin's going to come at the table. He's got the 2-ball there behind the 5, but he can play 2-4 combo, and that's what he's looking at now. So he wants to make sure that when he plays the 1-ball, he rolls into correct position, because when he plays the 2-4, he's going to bump the 5 a little bit. And he wants to make sure that he keeps the 2-ball in the pocket so that way he can get back to the 3, but 3 is right in the middle of the table by the side pocket, so as long as he plays this correctly, he should be fine. James Royston, Sean Wilkie actually lost to Kevin West to get to this match, so Wilkie is currently playing Josh McCulley on the B side. So now Kevin didn't get as far down as he would have liked to. You saw him looking at the 2-4 from a different position, but this actually works out pretty good for him, because all he's got to do is come off the rail here. And really, he can do whatever he likes here. I mean, I really like coming back out to the center.
Shooting inside.
And shooting in the side, but for whatever reason here, he's decided that he's going to play it in the corner. So now he's going to have to draw this out so that he's got shape on the 5. Good shot.
Yeah, and this angle leads to the 6 pretty nice.
Yeah, he'll just put a little outside English on this and come off the top rail, back down into the middle of the table. Nice and composed. And right here he's okay. I mean, he can pocket the 6 and draw back, or he can pocket the 6 and even bump the 10 to get shape. It's a good shot. And now it's just another little draw shot here. Or, oh wow, he went all the way to the table. So there's lots of different ways to play these shots. But it looks like he's got a
little angle if he wants to just run this with center. There we go. A little high, and he's there. Well, he did what he needed to do here.
Did you say he's hair?
He did what he needed to do.
Kevin West's hair, a little pun there. Kevin takes back the lead. His hair is incredible.
Couple style points.
I like that. He's almost hair. Corny points for me. So I mean, this is kind of what he needs to do here in order to win this match. He's got to break good, and then he's got to capitalize on Jesus' mistakes, which he did there. You saw Jesus scratch on the break, and Kevin got out. So now he's got to get a good break and make sure that he controls the table. So you can see, very controlled break, but he's going to break dry.
With shape on the one that leads to the 2.
Yeah, so he almost, he took a little more off than I think that he wanted to. And that's the issue here. If you take too much off the break when you're using the tempo rack and you miss the side pockets there.
There's not really a chance of anything else going.
Whoa.
Too much gusto.
Yeah. So now look how he looks at it.
Scratches his head.
Yeah. He's like, what did I do here? This is what he's looking at.
That can be very costly in this set.
Yeah, so now he's got a manufacturer's safe here. You can only see a very thin part of the 2-ball. But actually, if he wasn't over the 4-ball, it might be a little bit easier here. Because the way he's going to be cueing, like he wants to cue low so that he can bank the 2-ball down the table, but he doesn't have a lot of the cue ball. So he's really got to take a look at the surroundings here. You can see him jacking down into it a little bit. And he just sends the cue ball down table. And that's a very nice shot by Jesus.
He gets the 5 and the 9 as blockers.
Yeah, probably so. Steve, like with the English, he probably anticipated to just kind of graze the 2 a little bit, which would have pushed it a little bit further to the rail, but called a little bit more draw on there that he wanted to, and it just took off the rail. So Kevin here is going to be kicking at the 2-ball. Looks like he'll come 2 rails into it on the back side of the 2. Just like so, but
could cost him the rack.
yeah, sellout shot there. But he wasn't in a tough spot. Andrew, we are at Bank Shots in the Bank Shot Bar and Grill in Laurel, Maryland for the Maryland State 10-ball Bar Table Championships. +90 players here over the 2-day event. We're down to the top 3 on the winner's side. So this is a winner's side match. The winner of this match will face Johan Chua for the hot seat. And then you have a couple B-side matches going on now. Sean Wilkie playing Josh McCulley. Of course, Sean Wilkie lost Hill Thriller to Kevin West, which is how Kevin ended up here in this match against Jesus. And Kevin leads here 3-2.
Good shot.
Yeah. Although this is
Well, this is going to be touchy.
I mean, that's like a thin back cut. I think he slid over a little bit more than he wanted to.
Does the 6 go by the 8? It's tough to tell.
Yeah, I can't tell from here, because if it did go by the 8, he probably would have got. He would try to get a little bit straighter on the 5. So I couldn't tell, like, the angle that he left himself almost made it look like he was trying to maybe cut the 5-ball in and roll up either behind the 6 or try to bump the 6 out of there. So it's a good question. We can't tell from here. So he's cutting this in a lot inside, thin. Doesn't want to get stuck on the rail. St. James would be nice. Of course, Sean is from Maryland, hailing out from Havre de Grace. If Sean wants to get this title, he's going to have to take the long road. So you can just tell that maybe it was a little tight there between the 6 and the 8. And Jesus shows that he's human here. And these balls are wide open here for Kevin West. So he's primed to get out here and go up 4-2. And a race to 7. Nice stroke by Kevin to get back straight on the 9. Little stop shot here for the 10. And Kevin West goes up 4-2, says, I'm here to play. Jesus takes a break. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Thank you guys for helping our stream. RestaurantReputations.com.
Thank you.
Baltimore City Q's out at Champion Billiards, run by Jay Wilkinson and Peggy Wilkinson. Thank you guys for your continued support. Brews and Q's on the Boulevard out in Pasadena, Glen Burnie area. One of the premier pool rooms here in Maryland. So if you're over in the area, check them out. Great little venue over there. They have 7-foot diamonds. And Brian B. Quick and Randy Davis handle commercial and residential plumbing and HVAC. So give them a call if you're in the area. They travel pretty far, Virginia, Maryland, PA area, and of course Concept Commercial Interiors, 60+ years experience in the commercial flooring and remodeling, run by Jeff Greener in Lancaster, PA. We appreciate your support. Of course, Raymans Pro Shop out of Diamond Billiards in Midlothian, Virginia. If you're ever in the area, stop by. The Dorseys own that pool room there. Lots of 9-foot tables. Great little venue. And you can stop by and get some work done by Rayman. So thank you guys for your support. Thanks for keeping the stream free for the viewers. And, of course, if you're interested in any of our sponsors, you can click on their link in the pin post. Give them a like on their Facebook page. And reach out to them if you can use their services. So Jesus back for the break. And you can see he pockets the 8-ball. Good break there by Jesus.
That was exactly what he needed.
Yeah, he really needed to have a good break there after that bad roll. So Timothy Spohr on the stream says Cohen plays the winner of Wilkie and McCulley. So young Dylan Spohr having a good tournament. Still in it on the B side. Of course, he lost to Sean Wilkie earlier yesterday and has been in it, grinding it out. Matter of fact, we saw Dylan play Ronnie Alcano up on the 9-foot tables in Champion, and he almost beat Ronnie.
Mm-hmm.
Took him to the hill. So that kid can play. Very exciting to watch and fearless. So hopefully we'll get a chance to see him here.
Well, it took him longer to rack this than it did to run out.
Yeah, he just wants to make sure. I mean, the thing is with the temple rack, you want to make sure that not only you're putting it on the spot there, but you want to make sure it's lined up straight correctly. So that way you get those good breaks. So Jesus Atencio within 1 now. Still a lot of pool left. Race to 7. Kevin's more than halfway there. Yeah, that's exactly right, Dan. He is a very strong player, young Dylan Spohr. So be on the lookout for this kid. I really do enjoy watching him shoot. He's another kid. He shoots fast and loose, and he's fearless. And he's one of the best shot makers. He can go ball to ball with any of these guys here. So you see Kevin West with a... Oof,
Oh, such a bummer.
Yeah. He gets a good break, drops the 8 in the side, but the 1 falls. So now he doesn't have a shot on the 2. And this is tough here, right? Because, what do? You push out. I mean, he is in a really good position to really kick this 2 ball in. He's so close to the rail. But, man, it's so dicey if you miss it. Like, I mean, if you look at the angle, it's not really a lot of... I mean, it's not far to go once you go to the rail, so you can eye this up pretty good. But let's see if he wants to attack this. And he can kick this, too. Like, if he comes and hits the top side of the 2, he can kick the 2 ball down table and hopefully bring the cue ball back over here, like behind the 6 or 7.
Hit that perfect.
Yeah, he plays 2 ball and sends it down to the bottom rail. Well, it's got...
That is so unfortunate.
No, he kicks at it and he scratches.
That had 2 unfortunate scratches so far this set. 2 goes by the 3.
It looks like 4 goes by the 10 in the other corner.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if Kevin can, get the right position here, which he should be able to. I mean, all he's got to do is leave himself an angle here on the 3. And you can see him looking at it now. Like, if I just stop it right here, can I play the 3 in the corner? And get to the rail to pocket the 4. That's going to be the key shot. And you can tell he's looking to either possibly come top side of the pocket. But I actually like coming below it a little bit. So you can see him pointing here. And that's probably because he wants to play position on the 5. Man, it hits it perfect, too. Doesn't be right on the rail, though. He might have to bump to 10 here.
That's what I was just thinking. If he wants to use the 10 to hold him up for the 5. Or if he's just going to graze the 10 on the way by. Can't tell. Kind of looks like he might just be able to run into the 10.
He didn't need to even play into the 10. He was a little bit straighter than what we could see. So he just rolls forward to play the 5 up in the corner. And then he'll roll the cue ball up here. Yep. Good shot there by Kevin. Gets great shape on the 6. So the 9 here is the shot. If he goes from the 7 and he gets straight on the 9, or gets the cue ball all the way to the rail, then he'll be good. He doesn't want an angle the other way. And of course he could come below the 9 too. That's perfect. So this way, by getting the cue ball to the rail, even though he's got a little bit of an angle, I mean, he can just roll it down, or punch it out like he did. It's a very smart play there by Kevin. And now the room is cheering for Kevin. They love an underdog. Although I don't really consider Kevin West an underdog. So now Kevin up 5-3, 2 away from winning this set. So now it goes back to Jesus. The keys to him are he's got to get a good break and get out on his breaks or control the table. And then he's going to need help from Kevin because Kevin's going to break. He's going to be able to break again. Look at this. Another dry break. And you can see that he moved his spot on the cue ball back further. So it doesn't look like Kevin's got a shot at the 1. And where do you kick here to is what he's probably push to, that's what he's thinking. I don't know if he can see any part of it.
He can't. Looks like there's just enough angle there to go rail first if you wanted to. But
yeah, which is also a tough shot because the 1 is off the rail a hair. And he doesn't want to kick into it on the short side here because even if he makes it, he'd have to get perfect on the 2. And he wants to make sure that if you push here, there's a possibility that he's going to get it back. So he's already got to have a plan predetermined. So he pushes all the way down to the rail. And Jesus says, go ahead, buddy.
doesn't even move. Just shakes his head. Nope.
Yeah.
That's all yours. So what do you like to do here? Do you like, in this type of situation, do you like to bank the 1 out or run the cue ball down table?
Yeah, I like to play cue ball safe here. And you can see that he didn't do that. So I in that situation, you got to be less concerned about the 1 ball, more concerned about the cue ball. So ideally, I think he was maybe trying to get the cue ball behind the 5 because he was going that way anyways. Look at this. Jesus comes up short. But he calls the bank. So he's got to be careful, though. You don't want to Doesn't want, if he misses this, he doesn't want to catch the 7. And that's the thing. He could play a bank and bring the cue ball back over to this side. And he just elects to play safe. But he's going to let Kevin see it. And this is even this is even like a harder shot here to play safe. You know, he'd have to just catch the right side of the 2 and play the 2 over to the rail and try to get the cue ball over here to the rail. Put the 10 in between. And you can see that he just took a look to see if he can bank the 2 to the combo. You got the 5-8 sitting there. But the right shot here is to play safe. It's too much traffic to try to bring the cue ball up table and around. Oh no, he might be firing at this. Nope. Yeah, that's what he did. He tried to play safe there, but look at this. He's going to leave the edge for Jesus.
It's so hard to tell from this angle how much. Look, he's got enough to make that, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
I think you're right.
Yeah, he's left him the edge here.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is that look at this. He's getting all out of sorts here.
Yeah, he needs to refocus up.
The attempted safe there by Kevin was tough. He was shooting far, so what we try to do is trying to play it like a little slower, but with a lot of spin. That way, when he catches the 2, it just sends it to the rail. But he had almost too much spin on it, and that's why the 1 ball leaked out on him. So
Double checking the angle he wants to get on the 5 to make sure he can control it after the combo.
good shot. But you know, I almost think like he wanted to be even higher.
Yeah.
But you know, you don't want to have the 9 into play, because if he's higher, he can play the 5 into the 8, and then still have a shot on the 5. So, oh, that was a good shot.
He kind of cheated the pocket a little bit to hold the 5 there.
Yeah, that was a great shot there by Jesus. So his key shot here is going to be from the 6 to the 7.
Nine ball. You just try to go all the way above the 9 ball to just take it out of play here?
Yeah, I mean, I almost would have liked him to come down just a tad bit more.
Oh, yeah, yeah, he goes above the 9.
So that this is the same shot that Kevin had earlier and missed, where he had to come up table for it. If he came down a little bit more, he could have used like some outside low and just came up above the pocket where he's at now. But
Nicely done.
yeah, he makes a great
punch.
shot. Ooh.
A little bouncy. A little close to the side. And now the score's a little closer.
Yeah, he keeps it close. He really needed to get that game. You know, like you said, Kevin's 2 away, and in alternating breaks, he's going to get a shot here. So if Kevin continues to make a good break and can get out, you know, there may be nothing that Jesus can do. So he needs to get out. Jesus needs to get out on his racks, and then he needs a little luck here from Kevin in order to get back in this thing. So you could see the last break Kevin had, he took a lot off, didn't pocket the ball, and left a shot for Jesus. So let's see if Kevin adjusts here, puts a little bit more into the break. Watch the 8 and 9. Track right to the side. Pockets the 9. And look at this.
The 4-8 though.
Yeah, 4-8 tied up. It's got a 1-7 combo here.
You got a half a pocket for the 3 ball. Oh well, not true because he's gonna move the 7 down. But
Yeah, he'll move the 7. He'll just roll this 1 ball into the 7, leave the 1 there. But you can tell he's looking already. So what he's looking at on the 4-8 is, if I get down here, can I play a carom off the 4 and pocket the 8 in the side? And it looks like it's favorable. So he's got to get to that.
just down table enough to have. Yeah, that makes sense.
He needs to get to that spot he was looking at.
Well, and with where the 3's at, it'll be pretty easy to get the angle to get down there.
So you can see him looking again, like, hey, where do I want to be at? And just right up from the 5 is the spot.
Yeah, the only danger there would be getting behind the 5, really.
Yeah. Good shot by Kevin. So you can see him looking to see where I want to go, where he wants to go. This is the most important shot here, the 2 ball, because he's got to get shape on the 3 to get to the 4. So he's queuing inside. He's going to come 2 rails.
Mm.
Yeah, he didn't want to be over top of the 6 because now he can't. Now it's not easy to use the draw and slide down for it.
Yeah, he's going to have to spin this over instead of draw it over now. Unless he just wants to jack up.
The difficulty here with jacking up is then you're also going to control the speed, the spin. And I was told a long time ago it's easier just to control one than to control both of them. So, he really needs to pick here what he wants to do. And he really could come 2 rails. Like, if he wants to hit this high right and come in like where the first diamond, see him point there by the first diamond?
Mm-hmm.
He'll come in there, and then he'll avoid the other side pocket. This is a great shot. But I don't think he gets all the way down there. I don't know if this is this might be. It seems to me that from this angle that he maybe have to hit the 8 first to make it. I don't know if he can hit the 4 and carom the 8. He needed to be further down. Dennis Hatch joining us. Dennis, thanks for popping on the stream. Hope all is well with you. Congratulations on your new venture. So it looks like he's going to just play safe. Didn't have the angle for the carom. Elects to bring the cue ball down. Tried to get behind the 10. He didn't get there, but the good thing is Jesus can't go at this 4.
Well, is this another shot where he's going to have to play off the point? No, he's looking at it.
Yeah.
He's got enough of the cue ball to put whatever action he needs on it, too. Draw into
this
the
is
point a little bit.
Very tough shot here because if Jesus doesn't make this shot or he doesn't get a safe in play, he's going to leave the table open to Kevin, and Kevin can get to the hill first. So a little bit different here match for Jesus. He's been ahead in every match thus far in this tournament. Now he's playing from behind. Local player Kevin West leads 5-4. If you're just tuning in, you're watching the Maryland State 10 Ball Bar Table Championships. Wow.
What a shot.
Great shot there by Jesus Atencio. He takes a breath, wipes down his cue. He showed a lot of composure there. Uses the point and makes a great shot. And now he has a shot on the 5. He'll just look to come off this rail. Oh, and he bumps the 8, and he gets right into position on the 6. So, uh-oh. Oh, no. Look at this.
That's a heartbreaker. Good news is the 8 ball's so close to the side pocket here that a kick is pretty reasonable.
Well, the thing is, you know, Jesus in this situation,
Is a jumper.
he's a jumper. He's so good at jumping, but there's no jumps here. I mean, this kid is a phenomenal jumper. He just lets the cue ball get away from him. And, you know, actually, you know, he could have let it run long if he wanted to and played to come down into that bottom rail and back up. But, man, he just let it get away from him there. And that's a heartbreaker. So he's got to come again with another shot here. He's going to have to pocket this 8. I mean, my heart is in my chest right now. I can't believe he overrolled that 10. So you can see him trying to measure it up here.
I like where he's at now more than I did where he was earlier.
Yeah, I mean, the 4 ball was, you know, considerably tougher shot.
This is the critical shot.
But this is just as tough because there's not many balls left on the table. So, I mean, he has got to make it. And I could tell that it looked like he was aimed up long. Anyways,
Yeah.
he definitely needed to shorten the angle up because the 8 ball wasn't right in the middle of the pocket. Had it have been, he probably would have made that. And Kevin will breathe a sigh of relief. Kevin goes to the hill. So unfortunate roll there by Jesus to get stuck behind the 10. And instead of 5-5, now he's looking at 6-4. So there's only so much Jesus is going to be able to do here. He's going to control his break here and get out to take it to 6-5. And then hope that Kevin doesn't break and run.
Yeah, he's going to be hoping for a favor.
There goes the 9 ball. It falls. And I like this setup here for Jesus. You can see the 1 ball, 2 and the 4 by the pockets. He'll be able to get to the 3. And it looks like the 8 goes in the side too. So all he's got to do is make the critical shots here. He just wants to draw this back a little. Or stop it. That's good. And then he can probably come right in between the 7 and 10. Good shot there by Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, 6 to the 7 is the only...
Well, all you got to do is here just go right to the rail on the 4. And then you can play the 6 down. So he really hit it a little
harder.
Yeah, a little harder here because now he's going to have to
Go to that end rail.
Yeah, and use maybe a little inside spin. Oh, wait, look at this. No.
No, he's perfect.
Oh, good.
And the angle's deceiving from...
Yeah, it really is. I
From
thought
the camera.
he almost hooked himself behind the 10 again, but what a shot. I mean, Fearless came right up through there. And you see him roll through this rack. So really here, I mean, I always feel like even though Kevin is on the hill, I feel like the pressure is now on him because he knows that Jesus is going to get another break here. So Kevin has really got to focus on pocketing the ball and being able to see a shot, control the table, either get out or try to lock Jesus down. And Jesus is hoping for an opening here. But for right now, all he can do is sit and watch. I look for a nice controlled break here by Kevin West. 8-ball tracking, misses.
No shot on the 1, but at least he's coming to the table.
Yeah, he misses the 8-9 on the side. Breaks dry. Jesus can't get out here, so he's going to have to. So this is the worst thing here, because if you can't hit the ball and you have to push, then you have to think, where can I push to that he's not going to make the ball? But the flip side of that is that if he pushes and then Kevin can play safe and control the table.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you end up in a worse spot than you already are. But there's no way he can really attack this. I mean, he's got to push here. And he's already got to have a plan in place, because if Kevin decides to give it back to him, he should already know what he's going to do.
I can't tell if he's pushing for a thin cut on the 1 in the corner or pushing for a carom on the 6. Like, what he's eyeballing up here.
Yeah, even if he pushes to like a thin, so, you can push, and if you give it back, then you think to yourself, if this is my shot, what am I going to do? How can I play safe if I can't make the ball? Or, so I don't know that the carom would be the right shot.
Yeah, we could thin the 1 and leave the
thin
cue
the 1.
behind the 6.
But I really don't think Kevin's going to let him back to the table. I think Kevin will most likely shoot at this if he can see the edge of it.
Well, after Jesus looked at that ball, he kind of grimaced like he didn't get it exactly where he wanted.
Yeah, because I think what's happening here is that Kevin's going to have to kick at it, and he may not want to do that. Well, he does. Kevin calls it inside.
He calls corner there. Yeah, he left him more this 1 ball than he meant to, I think is what happened.
Oh, wow. Look at this shot. Oh, man. Did it leak out?
It did. Yeah, he's got the entire 1 ball. Thin cut.
Let's take a look
But it's
from
there.
the other angle, and we'll see what he's seeing. So
It's still hard to see, but if you peek over your monitor, you can see it.
Yep, looks like he's got a thin cut on the 1.
He's looking at hitting this with some inside, spinning to the left.
Yeah, you can
coming
almost
up for the
see.
2.
Like it looked like he was almost looking to play into the 6. But man, I wouldn't want to touch any other balls here. And he came right through there.
Wow. Slow down.
I think he was really anticipating probably hitting something there.
Yeah, and to have that much speed on it.
Yeah. But I mean, he needed to hit it with some speed, since he was going inside and thin. this is not a gimme.
Mm-mm.
So you can see him look like where he's got to be for the 3. If he decides to go at this 2 ball. He's going to play the 2 over in the other corner. And look at this shot by Jesus
Beautiful.
Atencio. I mean, what a shot.
Plenty of open table space to get to the 4 here.
Yeah, you can see him looking.
Just a little bit of inside.
Great shot.
Looks like the 6 goes by the 8 if he wants to play in the corner. Or, of course, the side pocket's available. He's double checking. Oh, maybe it's a little bit tighter than I thought for him to get that low on it.
He's probably just going to stun this ball here. So now he's going to,
yeah.
Yeah, it is a little tight there. I'm looking over the monitor.
Perfect.
What a great shot.
Perfect.
Just hits it dead center and stuns it up for 6 ball in the side. And you can tell now, like, you see him measuring, like, hey, this is where I'm hitting. Like, he pointed to the rail. So he's trying to be a little bit more precise now.
Yeah, he realized that. I mean, that's what cost him earlier.
Yeah, he realizes
He
this.
free stroking a little too much.
Yeah. Of course, Jose doesn't know who Kevin West is, so. But then when he finds himself down, he tightens up his mechanics a little bit. So you can just tell, like, even though he's still a young guy, he's got the wherewithal to, slow it down a little bit and try to get a little bit more pinpoint on his position, especially overall in that last shot where he got hooked behind the 10. Ooh, wipes his feet on his way in.
That's the favor he needed.
Nobody clapped for that one. Everybody here rooting for Kevin West.
Yeah, I think everyone's a little anxious here. See how this turns out.
Now I feel like there's less pressure here on Jesus. I going into a 6-5, the pressure was all on Kevin West. And the worst thing his worst nightmare came true. I mean, he misses the 1 ball and gives Jesus a chance to come out and get it hill. But he's still gonna need. He can't break dry here.
He's been struggling with the break this whole set.
Yeah, this is the first game that I've seen him really struggle with it. You saw him move his cue ball back a little further and more to the left last time. So you see him back now. Before he started more on the second time, and now he's back to the first time in there.
Gets the ball down. 2 balls down.
Oof, I don't
Tough.
know. I don't think he's got a shot on the 1.
No, he doesn't. He's completely blocked by that 5 ball.
I was surprised to see him move back further. And the reason why, though, is because he was struggling there with the break. He wanted to hit him a little bit harder, so he just moves it back a little. And the last couple breaks were okay, but now he doesn't have a shot. And he could really attack at it here if he wants to, but I don't like it. Because you can see the angle where he's at. He'd have to hit right at the rail there before the 8 ball. with a little bit of spin to come into that one ball. And even though the one is right by the pocket, I don't know. I'd almost like to just push out to the long and to the side rail where Kevin can't make the one in the corner, and hope that he, doesn't play a great safe here. I mean, this is tough. Whew. You see him thinking about it. And again, this is a shot where he probably pulls out the jump cue. 9 out of 10.
He calls push.
Yeah. And I think he's going to do just what I said. He's going to push him long into the side rail. That's the only place to push him. And now Kevin comes to the table. And then he'll still have like the same angle. He can attack this if he wants. He's actually got a better angle at it from where he's at now. Or, he can play safe. But it's still tough because he's going to have to play cue ball safe here. One ball is so close to the corner. And I think that's what maybe Jesus was looking at when he pushed. If he's forced to get it back, do I have a better angle to go at the kick? But Kevin's going to go right at it here. Uh-oh.
Really hard to tell what you can see here.
Yeah, I mean, and he's looking at it. I don't know if he can see the edge of it or not. Yeah, it looks like he can. If he can see the edge of it, he can just thin the one and just try to come 2 rails here behind the 610. Thanks, Mike Delaire. This is a very exciting match. Literally, my heart is in my chest for both of these players. Because anytime you get into a safety battle at this caliber, it's so tough. Because you figure the first one to make the mistake is going to be the guy that loses, because the table is fairly open. And you don't want to give anybody a shot here. Because if the tables open up here, barring something catastrophic, I mean, both of these players can get out. And this is Jesus. This is the first time that he's been in this position. So I don't think he can see it. So he's going to go 2 rail kick here, and he calls the 8. Look at this. Oh, he almost makes it. And he plays a 2-way. Look at this. He gets Kevin behind the 7. What a match.
I thought that 8 was going down, man.
I know, but I'm glad that it didn't, because
I've been
well,
hooked
not
again.
glad, but he would have been hooked.
Yeah, it definitely worked out.
So what do you do here? I mean, Kevin has got to probably come top rail here.
Yeah, he just tapped the corner pocket where he's standing, like he's going to come 2 rails in behind it, kick it down in the corner, and there's a perfect window for the ball to go.
Yeah, so that's the right shot, because he's trying to play a 2-way here too. So if he goes into it and calls it down there and it goes great, he's got a shot on the 4. If not, if it leaks out. Oh, look at
And
this.
Jesus has a chance here.
Wow. So here we go, guys.
Time to hit the gas pedal.
Kevin tried to kick the one down towards the corner. Ends up hitting a little bit more of the back side of the one, and it trails over to the side pocket. And now he leaves an opening for young Jesus.
He stood up, turned his back to the table, took a drink of water, took a deep breath, walked to the table, and now he's still just keeping himself composed here. He knows this is, obviously he knows it's critical, but I like watching, being able to see the mental game unfold.
Yeah, because at this point, like when you go back and forth in a safety game, it really becomes about the mental part. I mean, whose mental fortitude is tougher? You know, because you're trading safeties back and forth, and it's good to kind of see him stay composed like he was there.
Got a little, just a little out of line here, but I think he'll be okay. He's on the wrong side of this 5, but
Yeah.
he'll be able to just stun
like a
shoot
little,
this.
Yeah, a little center stunner.
He's got a decent angle to come around 2 rails behind the 10 if he wants to.
Yeah, I mean, he can do that. Or he could just pinch it a little inside. But I like coming off the bottom rail here behind the 10. It's a good shot. Because now he comes straight in line with the 7. And he can just roll it up here for the 8. And just leave himself a small angle to pocket the 8 in the corner. Come back off the rail for the 9. That's good. He just needs a little bit of an angle.
Yep, he's got it.
And he gets on the other side, so he's not going to be shooting over anything.
Comes it down to the wire here.
He'll leave himself another angle here on the 9. So here's the deal. I mean, what do you like here? You like hitting the top and the side rail and come back over for the 10 in the
Yep,
corner?
right back where his bridge is. And there it is.
Oh, and it rolls on him a little bit. But I think he's okay here. I think he didn't. Well, maybe he did come too far. Wow.